Rich Trani with TMC. Thanks for watching. We're in Boston this week talking to a number of companies in the area. We're very, very excited to have ThinkingPhones on the program, and David Laubner is with us. Sure. David, how are you?
I'm doing great. Really excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. Tell me a little bit about the company.
So ThinkingPhones, we're in the cloud communication space, but we're really much more than that as things are going on. We've been around since about 2006, and we're very, very growing rapidly because of the change in the market. But really what we do is we take all your communication systems, your voice, video, text, and collaboration, we put them onto one mobile-ready platform and then connect them to all the other parts of your organization, whether it be another subscription piece of software that you have, like a Salesforce. But most importantly, the thing that people get really excited at first is to your mobile device, like an iOS or an Android.
So what do I run on iOS or Android?
So we have our Thinking mobile application. It's ThinkingPhones basically on your phone, but really it's with us there are four things that we provide. There's the unified communication service that I just mentioned, so your voice, video, and data. We also do mobility analytics and APIs. But if it starts with that UC space, the phone space, we take your business phone, for example, as one piece of technology, and we actually stick it on your iOS device. So it's not that we're forwarding things to your carrier service. It's your actual business phone. It's your business identity. You can make and receive calls from your business phone number. You have access to your complete company directory, and you can message and text to people. You can SMS text externally and internally. But really it becomes... Your iOS device becomes really the centerpiece of your communication, and for your business, for your users, it's fantastic because one thing we've noticed in this space is that's what people are doing today. They're using their mobile device as their primary communication vehicle. So for companies, it's very important, especially for IT leaders, to provide them with services that come through that mobile device.
Now, is there requests from customers to have your systems work with other companies, like interoperability?
Yes. I mean, a big thing for us is our analytics. So we have a complete suite. We're a cloud service, so similar, we sometimes call ourselves the Salesforce of communication or name a cloud piece of service of communication. But into that culture, you have to be built in a way that you can interop or connect with any other service that's out there, including legacy systems. We have a lot of customers that have existing technology that maybe was built by the IT organization or someone else, and our services can be connected directly into them, so you can bring voice data in and out of our system and into their systems.
Is it just via SIP or APIs, things like that?
APIs. So we have a full developer kit. There's APIs. There's ways that either through ThinkingPhones or working with your IT people, we can help you get them connected.
So you can add on to your system basically and do things like communications, enable business processes, and those kinds of things.
Exactly. So it's an overused term. If you can figure buzzwords, but we're a platform really. So the core of our business is about that technology layer that we're going to put in that powers your existing communication systems. But once you know the phone number of someone that is dialing into your organization or you're dialing out to, what can you do with that with your other systems? So a great example is Salesforce or a CRM. If I'm calling you, you're calling me, let's say you're the salesperson, once you initiate that call to me or I initiate that call to you, we can now go into Salesforce and open up records. We can open up data. We can enable the salesperson to be much quicker at their job every day because we can automate certain processes. And that's a very simple example of what you could do once you're able to connect into a cloud service like we're providing.
Are there any new things we should know about?
Well, the biggest thing for us, at least in the past week, is we just got a Series D round of funding that came in just a week ago, so we're all really excited about that.
Congrats.
Oh, thank you. It's really going to help us really change our business, but it helps work with the unified communication as a service space in general. It's really we think it's a signal of the change in the market for vendors like ourselves. But for us, it's really going to be focused on growth. First thing first is always create a fantastic product, so we're going to be investing in product development. But the other areas are going to be on support and sales. So really being able to tackle that opportunity that's, for the most part, coming in our direction because the winds have changed, so to speak, in terms of enterprises' interest in communication systems. And there's several reasons for that, but the key among them is that you're moving everything else to the cloud today. So all of your other systems are moving to the cloud, yet a phone system, which is the core of our business or the starting point of our business, we do much more than that, is something that's, it depends on who you're talking to, but the estimates are sometimes up to 90% are still physical boxes sitting in a building. And an employee that's working that, we're able to take that box and put it out into our cloud system and remove your need to be able to manage that, because we'll manage it for you. And then, like I said before with the mobility analytics, there's so much more that opens up to you from a strategy and even just a functionality standpoint, that from once you do that, that makes it a fantastic value prop. And that's one of the key reasons why companies are now coming to us. They're starting to ring our phone, so to speak,
that's
to say, I understand the cloud. I'm moving everything else. Now I need to move my phone system.
That's fantastic. So really a lot of investor optimism in your future. So it looks like the growth. That's good for your potential customers because they see that there's optimism from the investment community and that you're growing.
Well, look at it from a macro standpoint. I mean, we have if you were 15 years ago with other subscription services as the first wave, 10 years ago of cloud services are out there. So we're talking CRM systems moving to the cloud. If you were at that point, knowing you know now, the opportunity is fantastic. Yet those services only, a CRM, an HR system, IT systems, all of them have very large vendors in the space. But the largest spend in a company is their telco services and in the communication services as a whole, not just telco, but messaging and video and whatnot. And the interesting thing about that, it's the largest spend in an organization, but it's also almost 100% penetration organization. So specifically in a technology company, larger companies, if you are an employee, you're going to be using one of those services. And so if you look back and say, let's look at this as from like a historical, if I could roll back time and look at how well those companies did for a fraction of an enterprise, but now look at a service like ours that reaches 100% of the enterprise, the opportunity is immense. And so that's where we think a lot of the optimism is coming into the space, and we're happy to be really at what we think is the beginning of a transformation of business in terms of communication anyways.
That's awesome. I think we all feel your optimism and your excitement and passion for the business and the market, and good luck, and we're looking forward to seeing you back in the program.
We're really excited. It's going to be I'd love to sit with you in another year or two and look back at this and roll back time and say, did we see the transformation? I think the answer is going to be yes.
Fantastic. Looking forward to that as well.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Take care, David.
Thank
Nice to
you.
meet you.